Peep this. Every light I'm gonna come to will turn red. Probably not because I'm recording it, but all up to this point, it's been turning red to try to stop. Like, the streets were completely empty too before I started recording. People swerve right in front. They'll do a whole lot of shit. Like, the streets were just empty a second ago. I'm trying to like, literally, there was no one here. And like, just turned red just a second ago. I don't know if the camera caught that. But before I tried to record on my phone, had a white dude speeding up, driving frantically and crazy around me. Situations will line themselves up to delay you, so gang stalking people can get placed in the position to meet you. These people they're planning out your coincidental demise. Oh, okay, we're gonna need to stress you out 24/7. Oh, we need to get these people into play. Not everybody is down with the fucking retard shit that they do. So they have to orchestrate things. Even traffic lights are orchestrated to try to detain and slow a nigga down. And if that doesn't work, like say if I beat it to the punch and they can only catch me on yellows or whatnot, you'll get... Damn, this device is all of a sudden loud, and normally I can barely hear it. But if they can't control you through devices, those devices, they'll control you through people that all of a sudden they'll start driving erratically. Like you saw one guy on the camera I just showed. And this happens all day, every fucking day. They'll swerve in front, they'll try to initiate accidents and start accidents. They'll try... It's all part of like trying to keep you from having a job. Anything to make you look bad, anything to make you lose your job, anything to prevent you from working independently. Like yesterday, they'll monitor your money, your situation, your plans, and they'll prevent you from going into business for yourself because they can't control you. The more they want complete, utter control for your utter destruction. This also stems from internal working feelings. I swear I lowered the volume on this thing and it keeps going back up high. That's weird. And it never really worked like that before. Anyway, they'll even try to control your internal dialogue, energy field, and monologue. Meaning, like, say you having a good day, they'll, just like traffic, just like random people, just like people that I wouldn't give any time or attention to. I don't have any... I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't look to be around wicked people. I'll just leave it at that. And they seek to control and push themselves within that energy. That van that just passed in front, which was literally just behind me a second ago, and not even in the lane that they're intending to go to, they wouldn't have passed through. They would have stayed right in front and slammed on the brake. But because they're on camera, which I don't know how they know that they're on camera, they won't do the things that they're doing. Like the traffic that you see up there, it would normally be right on my ass and encapsulating me. I'm not saying this to frantically because I'm worked up or anything. I want to get this over with as quickly as possible so I can get back to the other processes. There are many processes that I have to do to counteract the things that I'm explaining right now. There's so many things you have to do just to counteract it. Even though God says be still, and you don't really have to do that much. If you want to remove a lot of the stumbling blocks, you still have to be wise and catch on to it. And I'm making notes of it so people that aren't part of this, whatever the fuck this is, can take hints from it and understand. You can't be stupid. But then again, if they're submitting you to the fuck shit like this, the likelihood of you being stupid is probably slim to none. That's probably the reason why they do it. But it's also probably a requirement for you to be stupid to be participating in the activity. I've seen a lot of shit. I'll just say it like that. And I've even had people in my life that have verbally expressed, like, you're not wrong, what you're saying, like I don't know, they've expressed, like, hey, what you're saying is 100% true. There are people that work in groups to do wicked shit. Few people that literally stepped out and told me shit. And half of those people, their life went to shit after they did that. Which means that the people that are doing this are so evil that any hint, like I didn't need the advice. I know I'm not delusional, but it's still comforting to know that I can hear it. I'm not surrounded by 100% mentally fucking insane people. Like, there are people that have standards and can't be bought and sold easily. But box stand, I can show you on the left side mirror and the right side mirror on box stand on the left and the right. This happens often, going completely below the speed limit. And I was supposed to exit, but I can't because I'm boxed in. So I'm gonna have to make a longer route, and I'm gonna have to get around. This is part of trucking, and this is part of everything. If I was in a normal vehicle, I could do it easier. But I was supposed to go through the little loop-de-loop, and now that they created the problem, they all pass. I was supposed to exit and make a right and loop, but they all boxed me in. You see how the traffic is subsiding now? That's how it works. So that all of that traffic was only there. Hold on, I'm going to show you. You know what? I'm gonna pull it out so I don't have to. Look, let me show you. Oh, it's not gonna show. Okay, I have to bust a U back to my route to where I'm going. It was too bright, but damn it. I'm trying to put this thing back in its mouth. Okay, so I was supposed to do a turn and then another turn. I forgot, a turnpike. That's what that shit's called. So I was supposed to exit on the turnpike, and all those vehicles made sure I couldn't get to that turnpike. Like, even if I slammed on a brake, there was a lot. I'd have to drop, and I've done this I do this literally every day. I'm going 70. I have to drop down to going 20 to 30 miles per hour just to get to the right lane. I have to damn near, and I won't be at fault, but I still have to damn near almost cause an accident just to drive to exit. So they'll orchestrate things to where either way you will have to fight for your success, or it'll take longer for your success, or you could lose your life for your success, or, you know, and that's how all things go in every form of life. If you eat food, they'll poison it. If you leave it unsupervised, or they'll go in the store and they'll put stuff in things that you plan, and then they'll move the stuff if you come back and visit it, because it's weird. I double check because I watch people watching me and following me, like, because I'm aware that way. I've hustled, so I know when people are following me. That's a whole different area. Anywho, they don't just do this with food. They don't just do this with traffic. It's weird. They do this with life, with business. For example, they try to track how much money I get and whatnot. And as soon as my paycheck statement comes in, I get pulled over. I'm a Moorish American national with his sovereign rights intact. I understand the law. I've been gang stalked before I understood the law 100%, which is like back when I was a teen, 16, 17. But the more that you come into wisdom and truth of how corrupt the system is, you'll realize that most people are willing participants in this corruption. And it's deeper than racism. It's really motherfucking bad. I'll start a separate channel on this, actually, to, like, I gotta wake people up. I got to. Like, if they're gonna go this hard, then I have to make sure they get what they pay for. But whatever they are, their energy is pushed towards stopping you progressing in that area. Like, whether it be food, whether it be your traffic, whether it be your money. I got a ticket, but I've had tickets for speeding, for overweight, and in a semi truck. But I have friends in places that help with legal issues, actual lawful issues, and I understand law and studied law. And it removes a lot of the color of law, the fake law that they use against you. So, for example, before I started this process, it's breaking now. Go figure. Wow. What in the fuck? I'll just keep recording. You're gonna have to deal with audio and this fucked up shit. I don't know why it's doing this now. But Jesus. Before I started this process, like, I got close to getting a semi truck. My family would sabotage my vehicles. They've been sabotaging my vehicles since I was a teen. They put shit in my engine and lock every end. Like, they'd even cut my brake hoses. I don't know if it's them exactly, but I've had people cut my brake hoses, the whole nine. But now I got away from them, and I don't have an address they can track because of the legal process I've been doing. And my vehicle sabotage has stopped. My brake line has been cut recently. But in every job I go to, I get good pay, and then I get paid way less all of a sudden. After a month, maybe a few months, no matter what job I go to, I start getting paid way less than every trucker gets paid for doing the same job. Like, there's a fat bitch that's dealing with a bunch of breakdowns, gets over $100,000 a year, and easy, and you're supposed to. I'm not angry nor jealous or anything like that, but I'm just stating the point that I work harder than her. I work more hours than I can legally work. I'll just put it like that, and I still get paid significantly less than every trucker out there. Aside from the fact that she's white, it doesn't matter, even because the insane amount of hours and work I put in, it should still supersede her. But, you know, as being black on top of being a target will put you in this situation. Which, funny enough, since the day of Jesus, has always been that same subject. But, like, I digress to the point that not only in your food, in your job, in your normal commute, in everyone you relate with, in relationships, you could be talking to a bitch and she'd be down with you. Look, even my phone. Look, I am driving. I'm not even recording. And on my phone, it randomly says iPhone and storage full. I just deleted videos off of this. I'm not recording anything. There's no reason for all of a sudden space to be filled after I specifically, while recording this video, emptied out space on it. All your devices will be hacked. All your things will be monitored. Things in your house and vehicle will be tampered with. Like I already said, with, you know, the cutting of the brake hoses and whatnot. Like, they will find ways to murder you, but make it look like you're incompetent, or imprison you and make it look like you're incompetent. They'll pass the blame onto you while slowly finding ways to kill you, and doing it to where no singular person can be pointed out for doing it. Like, another example, I'm just gonna compile them all. There's so many damn examples. There's no way in hell I can put it on, like all in one video. It's been happening for decades now. But before my baby mama cheated on me, then called the cops on me on my birthday to try to have them kill me, and by lying on me and saying I'm violent or crazy or whatnot, and the whole nine. I was coming home from working late night shift, and I got home around 3 something, and a white dude looked like a meth head, and this Hispanic chick pulled up behind me. He hopped out the vehicle. I'm dead ass tired too. It's like 3 something in the morning, and he ran up on me screaming, and it's pitch black, and I was gonna blow a big ass watermelon sized hole in him, but I realized he wasn't pointing anything, but the way I pointed the gun, it was already pointed at him before he could see the gun and before I could damn near almost see him. But he was dodging where the barrel was aiming at to avoid getting blasted. So, and a person that is like the way you can tell when people are on meth or used to be on meth or whatever, by the way their body and their skin looks and everything. Like, for a person to be he looks like probably an ex-hard drug user, for you to have the mobility of a trained fighter and the awareness of it at 3 something in the morning, like while running up on somebody that you never knew, and he's, oh, it was a cat, I was just trying to scare him. And I grinned, and then I laughed, and I was like, you're about to lose your life. And then I just picked up my shit, and he got back in the car, and they both gave me the mean mug demonic look stare. And these people, I get this stare everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Like same face, different bodies. And that situation, if I would have he would have dodged or probably been grazed by one of the bullets, because I'm accurate on it. And I'm gonna walk you down. If you prove me a threat to my life in any form or fashion, I don't feel any shame about it. I'm gonna walk you down. So you're gonna get hit. And that would have put me in jail, because he would have instigated a situation that, if I wasn't trained myself in multiple forms of combat, I would have fallen victim for a lined up situation. And that's what these, for the lack of better term, because it's bigger than gang stalking, that's what these gang stalkers do. Like, okay, I would digress to another part of the story. My father told me what to do, how to use and downshift gears, and how to handle something if something went wrong, hypothetically, with a vehicle as a child. Then many years later, my brake hose is cut, leaving me a situation to use that wisdom, leaving me an out to a murder attempt. If you put these stories together, you can see how these things line up. Now, look at the world. Look at COVID-19. Look at how you're used against people that are considered conspiracy theorists. Look at a lot of things and tell me that and tell me if I'm crazy. Like, I'm seeing a bigger picture here. But I'm done. And also notice how, when I'm having these conversations, review this video and notice on different parts of my storytelling, and notice how traffic clears up, and notice how traffic stops. I want you to pay attention to these things. Anywho, that's my piece. Till next time.